Today, we are going to learn about the architecture of inaction. Meet Jhon. On his screen is a sleek logo for a tech empire that doesn't exist yet. In his head, he's already rehearsing his victory speech. He has the vision, the passion, and the talent. But if you look at his actual life, nothing has changed in 3 years. Jhon isn't lazy. In fact, he's exhausted. He is a victim of the architecture of inaction. We often think the gap between a dream and reality is just about discipline or getting off your phone, but the psychology is much deeper. Today, we're going to look into why your brain might be actively sabotaging your biggest goals, and how to finally break the cycle of someday. The visualization trap. One of the most dangerous things Jhon does is positive visualization. You've heard it before. See it, feel it, believe it. But research by psychologist Gabriella Oettingen shows this can backfire. When you vividly imagine your future success, the leather of the CEO chair, the roar of the crowd, your brain can't always tell the difference between the fantasy and reality. In measurable terms, your systolic blood pressure drops and your energy levels plummet. Your brain registers the reward before you've done a single thing to earn it. Because the mind feels satisfied, it stops pushing for action. The dream becomes a destination you never bought a ticket for. The danger of public announcements. Jhon also loves to talk about his plans. He tells his friends about the business he's starting or the book he's writing. They're not, and that's amazing. Feel like progress.
Amazing. Incredible.
Psychologist Gollwitzer found that when you publicly announce an identity-related goal, it gives you a premature sense of success. The aspiration gets socially confirmed, and your brain relaxes its grip on actually chasing it. This is why you feel so motivated after telling someone your plan. But when you sit down to work the next morning, that motivation has vanished. You've already received a hit of dopamine from their praise. Protecting the identity. For many big dreamers, the dream isn't just a goal, it's their identity. Jhon thinks of himself as a visionary entrepreneur. But here's the scary part. If he actually starts and fails, that identity is threatened. To protect himself, Jhon uses a strategy called self-handicapping. By staying in the planning phase or waiting for the perfect moment, he ensures his dream remains perfect and untarnished by real-world failure. As long as he says, "I haven't really started yet," he can't truly fail. He stays attached to who he could be because it feels safer than facing who he is right now. It's an emotional strategy that works in the short term, but leads to a low-grade sadness and the grief of an unlived life. You might see Jhon taking endless courses, listening to podcasts, and reorganizing his workspace. He looks busy. This is preparation as avoidance. Deep analysis and overthinking drain your mental energy. By the time it's actually time to do the work, you're already tired. This intention-behavior gap is well documented. Even a massive change in intention usually produces only a small change in actual behavior. Breaking the cycle. So how does Jhon, or how do you, break out of this? The sources suggest 3 specific shifts. Mental contrasting. Instead of just dreaming of success, you must simultaneously confront the actual, concrete obstacles in your way. This shifts your energy from a borrowed future into the present moment. Let the work be the announcement. Stop talking about it. Keep your goals close to yourself so your brain doesn't get that premature reward signal. The one uncomfortable hour. The dream is too big, which makes it scary. You need to shrink the dream until it becomes real. Forget the grand stage. Spend one genuine, uncomfortable hour on the one task you've been avoiding. Confidence isn't the starting point. It's the result of action. Growth doesn't come from perfect thinking. It comes from imperfect action. The dream hasn't gone anywhere. The question is, are you going to keep thinking about it, or are you going to actually start?